This documentary is going to give a highlight focusing on key advocacy issues that have been worked on in Serere District in partnership with AMREF, Hope After Rep, and Serere District leadership and sub-county leadership, where the project is being implemented. The sub-county and district leaders are going to give an insight on the different steps and processes that they have been involved in with support of Hope After Rep and AMREF to ensure that the key advocacy issues that have been identified both at community and district level concerning human resource for health and uptake of family planning commodities that are being utilized at both health facility and community level. We would like to thank the district and sub-county leadership for the support and response that they have given to the Health Systems Advocacy Project to ensure that quality services are provided to community members. Thank you.
I'm by the name Zakora Susan, ADHO, Maternal and Child Health, Serere District. First of all, I would like to thank AMREF and Hope After Rep for all the support they have given us while AMREF was here. We made so many achievements that we had together with AMREF and Hope After Rep. Some of these achievements were, one of it was community sensitization. AMREF has helped us to sensitize the community on their health-seeking behaviors and also on issues regarding health. So from their sensitization, we have now realized that we have many people coming to the health facilities seeking for different service delivery. Another achievement that we have gotten through AMREF and Hope After Rep is advocacy of our structures where our mothers deliver. They managed to single out one of the facilities, that is Pingre Health Center 3, where the maternity ward was not really looking good. So when they came out and they advocated for it to be renovated, our district leaders came to know about the state of the facility and they had to act. As we talk now, that facility, maternity, Pingre Health Center 3, was renovated and it is in a very good working condition. We really appreciate them for having come up and noticed that problem. They also helped us to advocate for some health services like family planning, whereby they had to get in touch with the other IPs, and those are implementing partners, to help us get family planning commodities even to the lowest facilities. As we speak now, we have family planning activities. One of the activities that they also helped us to come up with was implementing partner coordination meeting. You know that during that those partner coordination meetings, we are able to see which organization, which implementing partner is doing what, and where we have a gap, we request them to do what, to help us bridge that gap. And so AMREF has been doing this, and we have had several coordination meetings together with other implementing partners. it has also involved political wing, and it has always given them the lights on how the facilities, the health facilities are looking like, and how the population is lacking some services. In that the political wing has come in to assist us address some gaps. It has also helped us because of their always being in touch with the facilities, improve on our services like personal hygiene, because they have always captured it, and those facilities are being brought on board, and all the political wing sees what is happening in that facility, the community, and us also at the district health office, and then we are able to join together and see how we can improve. But as we talk now, it has really improved greatly. They have also helped us to have community dialogues, whereby community dialogues and conferences whereby we get views from the community pertaining our health services, and this has helped us improve our services because we normally get feedback from the community through the community dialogues organized by Hope After Rep. We have also got some challenges and some other activities that are still going on. One of the challenges that I may say that is holding us from improving our service delivery is continuous financial inadequacy. We all know that with finances we can be able to accomplish all what we want, but however we receive inadequate finances, and those finances we have to divide amongst all the challenges we have. So you find that other things are not properly addressed. We also have another challenge of critical staff shortage. For example, the doctors, the anesthetists, we have the midwives. We have very few of them. If we take an example of the doctor, we have in each facility health center we have one doctor, and the doctor has to work every day 24 hours from Monday to Monday, which tires them sometimes, and they really get burnout. Similarly to the midwives also, we have very few, and we know that some facilities have high deliveries, which need at least more midwives. Patient health worker ratio is really still wanting, so we are still working on it because our structure, the norm, has not changed for many years. From the time the population was small, and now we are experiencing a growing population. So we are still fighting to see that the government tries to change the structure so that it can accommodate the growing population. We still also have a challenge of poor infrastructure, just because we don't have enough finances, maybe to renovate, to enlarge in those wards, to make a better place for those mothers and our patients. So we are still looking forward in getting some finances which can help us, and this will be done if the government looks into it. We also have some facilities that don't have power. For example, Kadungulu Health Center 3, we don't have power in maternity, but the district is aware and is still working hard to see how we can get a new battery, because it is running by solar and the battery is weak. So we are seeing how we can get finances to buy a battery to replace, so that we can still have power in Kadungulu. However, with all these challenges, us as a district, all our leaders are aware of these challenges and they are really working hard to see how these challenges can be overcome. We would like to thank AMREF and the Hope After Rape for all the services that they have delivered to us and given us, and for creating awareness, advocacy to all our clients and all our people as a community. And we do appreciate, and the community also appreciates for all their efforts, and we hope that we shall continue working together, and all the assistance that they need, we shall be in position to give them the assistance. Thank you very much.
My name is Susan Peruzanyi, Senior Assistant Secretary Pingire. I'm going to talk the impact we received from the health center, particularly in the maternity ward, after renovation. When AMREF, in partnership with Hope After Rape, they had advocacy about our maternity when it was in bad condition. They kept on advocating, held meetings on how we're going to come up with, how they were going to help the community, because the maternity had completely gotten bad. And when they kept on advocating, held meetings, even sat with the council, the sub-county council had also to resolve and passed a resolution for the sub-county to see how they're going to come up with a solution to renovate the maternity. So the maternity was, the sub-county planned, and the grant was sent from the ministry under district equalization grant, DDEG, which was under the project of the financial year 2017-2018. And the maternity was renovated, and now it is in use. The community is very happy, and now the maternity is carrying birth. On daily basis, they can hold 30 women giving birth, which is of good help. And the women, all before the renovation, the women had gone back to the traditional birth attendants, the TBAs. But as we speak now, the maternity, all the mothers have come back to the unit. They give birth at the hospital. And this was all about the strength from the what? From Hope After Rape. They really kept on helping. They brought in the ideas which helped the community. They also still kept on bringing the meetings, talking to the health assistants on reproductive health, encouraging mothers to keep coming to the hospital, to the health unit. And now the traditional birth attendants no longer give these ladies to remain at home. Most of the women now give birth at home. And now after renovation, the maternity is covering almost 3 sub-counties. Even Kireto Town Council, the mothers come to give birth at the health unit. Even the whole of Labor sub-county, mothers come and give birth. So we thank AMREF, partnership with Hope After Rape, and we still pray AMREF maybe still helps us. Now the maternity is renovated, but we still lack a ward. Maybe they advocate for us to get a ward, so that we still maintain these people to be around the health unit. They shouldn't go back in again. It's our humble prayer. But it's not going to be there, the end. Even the maternity is a little bit small. If there's still more hope to help us to enlarge it, it's all welcome. We pray that AMREF continues providing us in many ways, not necessarily only on that. We still need them to help us and give us more help. That will be not the end. We shall always wish them, and since this is the last year, we pray for them to expand more, to bring more activities, not only in that. But we are very grateful for the effort they have always done to us, and we still request them not only to stop there, to always remember Pingre as a sub-county. We are very grateful. Thank you.
I'm called by the names Michael Omwara. I'm the chairperson LC3 Pingre sub-county in the Serere district. Well, I would like to thank Hope After Rep with the funding from AMREF for supporting Pingre sub-county ever since its inception. I know Pingre sub-county has many challenges looking at the population, because our population is quite big, and you know, we are serving a number of many areas. Before Labor we went away as a sub-county, we're serving Labor as well, and Kiletok came as a town council, we're serving Kiletok as well. So with the Hope After Rep coming into place, we found that there were a number of challenges, especially in the health sector, whereby there was a need to improve on health service delivery here in Pingre, especially in the maternity ward and the other staffing gaps. So when the Hope After Help came with the funding from AMREF, we held a number of meetings looking at the plight of the maternity ward. It was quite appalling. When you visit the maternity ward itself and check in, by then the walls were cracking, actually cracked. We haven't cracked walls. The floor was already cracked. The ceiling was cracked, and actually it brought challenges here. And yet the mothers were being admitted in that very facility. When you look at it, you'll sympathize how the situation looked like. So when Hope After that came in and identified with us as a challenge, so we took it up. So Hope After Rep was a key advocacy team, whereby we held meetings here, and we even had another meeting in the district, a number of meetings in the district, whereby when the clip was played about Pingre Health Center 3, especially maternity ward, it looked like the only maternity ward which could not be used in the whole country. But when the district leaders get to know about it, they also took an initiative and said, Pingre should start planning as of now. Well, we started planning from the grassroots, and it came to the sub-county council, first of all executive, and it came to sub-county council. And from the sub-county council, we passed a budget and a plan of this maternity ward, whereby we put up 27 million shillings, which was used for renovating. But it came out after a long period. So just of recent, the contractor was given an award to improve on that maternity ward. So we moved together, and when you look at now, the maternity is under use. But I would like to appreciate the effort of our district woman MP as well. She also contributed some money towards that, whereby she gave in some money, whereby that money was used for buying the curtains and equip the maternity ward as well. So Rwanda also giving some that money. We do appreciate her effort. On top of that, she also donated, she also sent the team to wire the maternity ward. Because at that time when the renovation was done, the contractor decided all the wiring was dismantled. Therefore, we appealed to the Honorable Woman MP Serere. She came in so fast. And looking at the sub-county effort towards improving health services in the Pingile Center 3, we have also put up an askari who is being paid by the sub-county. So that is an effort after we met with the Hope after rep. So we identified those gaps. But these are the gaps. One of the gaps is this one. And there are other numerous challenges which we could say in that maternity ward, which I will even mention here. Looking at the staffing gap, looking at the nurses who are there, the midwives, the number is not enough. Looking at the service, the area coverage of that maternity ward and other health services in that unit, we still serve Labore, sub-county. That big population from that Labore sub-county still come here to that maternity ward. And looking at Kiletok, the other part of Kiletok Town Council, still come here. So even if the maternity ward is at that state of now, is in a good condition, looking at the space which is inside, it's very small. Those are the challenges we still look at. If we could see that we still plan or any other funding come from somewhere, we still enlarge that maternity ward. Looking at the mothers who still come in, the mothers who are pregnant who come in for delivery, the number is so big compared to the previous time. But now when the maternity has been improved, the number has increased. So those are some of the areas which we need to be, which I have already highlighted from here. The other thing is the fencing of the maternity, of the unit itself. You know, when the fencing is not there, there are many risks at night. You find that the nurses, the midwife who is on duty, coming out, even if the askari is there, may try to get fear, may fear to come out at night. But if the fencing is there, that will also improve the service delivery. There are other things which the sub-county did. We improved, we built a new placenta pit in order to improve the service of the maternity ward, which is also in function, which is functioning now, and it's of a modern type. Doesn't look like other placenta pits of other areas, because this one has a wall. When you look at it, and it has a wall which covers the other external forces or the smell, which will go out and disrupt the place. But the other one is we have an incinerator. Actually, there is a machine which has also been installed with the help from government, and it's in place. And on top of that, there is also the AMREF donated chairs and computers to that maternity, to the health unit. That's an achievement to us. So there are computers, chairs, tables, and the other items. This came out of Hope After advocating for this. So that's an achievement. When you look at the health services there are people who need to be admitted. Those minor cases like malaria, like what, they have nowhere to be admitted. At times they come there, they sleep on the floor, just the same as the maternity ward. Mothers sleep on the floor. The beds are not enough. And those are the challenges we have. Because when the mothers are admitted, the number of mothers are admitted, some of them sleep on the floor. Because they cannot be discharged on the same day. So the same to the general service, like the general ward. If we could have one, which will accommodate other people who come there, it would be some good service delivery to them in terms of health to the people of here in Pingile. So those are the areas I would look at. And last time we tried, we even raised with the Hope After Rep, and we raised with the district. So still in the pipeline. When there's nothing like there is no power, if the electricity is not there, but the solar is on standby. That was through advocacy from Hope After Rep, sharing with us with the sub-county what are the gaps which the sub-county has in the facility. So we identify those gaps. And the other one is on the meetings. We have always advocacy meetings here, where Hope After Rep comes and we meet as a team and discuss a lot. And we always we meet the health in charge, we meet the chairman management of the unit, we meet the sub-county executive committee, we meet the sub-county chief and some technical staff in order to share what are those challenges and where are the achievements. As we speak on, I would like to request that AMREF, in conjunction with the Hope After Rep, I would like to thank you a lot for what you have done here in Pingire. You have really done us good. I would like to appreciate what you have been doing, and please continue. If God gives you another chance to come back and work with us, please continue to come and work with us. So, you know, what you have done to us, nothing can be compared with, because you have highlighted a number of things which we were just looking at as leaders, but we were not able to do anything. But when you came in, as Hope After came in to the sub-county, we shared and went to the district, shared with the district, and definitely things have worked out. We thank you very much for what you have been with us here.
This one is the labor suit. Oh, it is the room where mothers can deliver their babies. So if the mothers are two, one can be delivered from here. This is our ward. We call it postnatal ward, where the mothers come to rest after delivery. Then we monitor them for about 2 to 3 days. When we see they are stable, we just send them home. This is the person who was. For now it is working, but I know with time, if the number becomes big, this word will most likely be small. But for now it can accommodate the mothers that we receive. As I told you earlier, those curtains were still a donation from Honorable Door. And even the connection of the district, even after this ward, was the same family. But now I see our room is okay, because you remember before the renovation, I think things were worse. But at least now the place is nice. I think the mothers are also smiling.
Maybe Moses, Chairman Health Management Committee, Pingire Center 3. So we are very, very happy to AMREF for their advocacy in partnership with the Hope After Rep for highlighting the challenge that we had in Pingire Center 3 before we had this maternity renovated. It was a dilapidated room, but now we are very, very happy for the advocacy they put so as to get this place renovated. That is why you now able to see these mothers and their babies. They are happy, as you have seen. So we also want just to say a vote of thanks to the AMREF team and the Hope After Rep that you have done to us, the people of Pingire. Some say that we shall remain remembering you people, that and pray that you continue coming to Pingire to support us. So we are very, very happy.
The average monthly data that we get, the mother that we deliver, what we call a live birth, that means those babies who are born alive. Because we have so many types of birth. There are those ones which die, before they are delivered. That's one should die immediately, but the live ones. So before the renovation of the maternity, we had an average of 42 mothers delivery. But after renovation, we now get 55 to 56 mothers per month. That means there's some improvement, despite some challenges like staffing issues. Yeah, thank you.
My name is Francis Otai, the Senior Assistant Secretary for Advocacy. I want to say most joyful to have you as a partner, especially Hope After Rep in partnership with AMREF, who had a series of interventions being implemented by Hope After Rep in support with AMREF, and a couple of these interventions have actually impacted positively the sub-county. And to be specific, I wanted to cite the issues of advocacy that has been conducted under Hope After Rep, and that is through the health systems strengthening and also lobbying. Now, to be specific, looking at health, Hope After Rep has managed to influence decision making at the sub-county level, because many times they helped the sub-county provide illicit information, especially to the political leadership and other stakeholders. For example, in Katetamoru, we had an issue of gaps to do with human resources at the health facility. But because of Hope After Rep, together with the sub-county, we were able to influence the district and also lobby for more staffing at that level. The health center too was able to receive a few staff to help provide services at the health center. Now, we're looking at planning itself through support from Hope After Rep. The sub-county was able to plan for a few infrastructures at the facility. That is to say, we had to renovate one of the staff house to accommodate the staff, the few staff that we have at the facility, and also plan for a drainable pit latrine together with a shelter for mothers who deliver. Within that, we have also looked at the issues of improvising, at least something to do with the placenta pit, and also looking at issues of family planning at that level. The support from the organization or partnership of Hope After Rep together with AMREF, the sub-county was able to trigger a lot of influence from both the mothers and male, actually, in issues regarding family planning issues. Initially, at the sub-county, people used to take family planning as an issue that was meant for only women. But as we speak now, if you visited some of our facilities, and that is Moru Health Center 2 and Ningo Health Center 3 at the sub-county, you realize there is a slight improvement because men are now involved in issues of family planning. Now, when you look at adoption rates, especially on other family planning methods, use of condoms, you realize there's an improvement. Following the sensitizations that we had with the team that has been trained by Hope After Rep, we realize there's relatively an improvement in the intake levels of other family planning methods across the board. So we really appreciate so much the intervention, and we feel if the organization could actually continue providing some of those interventions, we feel the sub-county could actually improve in relation with the objectives of the organization together with the sub-county. So with those few remarks, really, I want to appreciate and say thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate the partnership of other partners, stakeholders, and as a district in particular, as a sub-county. We are really grateful for that, and we wish more interventions should be brought to the sub-county. Thank you so much for listening.
My name is Amito Stevie, Delta Chairperson of Kateta Sub-County. First of all, I want to thank all of Taref in partner with them. All part of Taref were being working together of Taref in Kateta Sub-County, majorly in reproductive health. That's majorly we've been working in the Kateta Center too, where we share the number of issues affecting health in that Kateta mode. First of all, we had challenges. One, we are that's health center lacked staff, but through they worked hard, and we happen to see that the district has sent us one staff to make 3. Then again, Taref helped us, actually sensitized us on family planning, the technical staff and the political leaders, where we have gone on the ground to sensitize people the importance of family planning. But I think there is some change. At first there was that attitude of men against family planning, but now a majority of men have adopted the idea of family planning. They have seen it as a good practice. Because when we go on the ground to sensitize them, we always tell them the merits and the merits of family planning. So they have taken that idea through after it. Again, there were some issues affecting that health center, like we had a problem of staff house was leaking. As we speak, when we share in the council, they have accepted it. I think this financial year they are going to renovate that staff house. All that, it was emphasis of pop-up Taref. Then after Taref again found some challenges, like that place needs a placenta, though health center is not advisable to our mothers to deliver from there, but the condition is forcing us to put a placenta pit for emergency. You know, from here to health center 3, it's around 7, and some people travel to 14, 15 kilometers to health center 3. We have planned for the next financial year to put a placenta pit in that health center too. Again, we found again that there are some challenges, like when some others, if they want to prepare food for delivery mothers, there is no kitchen. We have put it in the plan to put a small shed. And again, even a shed where mothers come and sit when they're waiting for antenatal. We're also planning or put it in the plan to put a small shed, even that one in the next financial year. So hope after it is one of our partners which is helping the sub-county to lobby some assistance from the district. And councillors know hope after at times calls councillors for meetings, but all the ideas Hope after rape has given the councillors, they are disseminating to the committee. So there is some change towards health activities in this sub-county.
My name is Serere Etiketi. I'm an enrolled nurse in charge Kateta Moru Health Center 2. I want to thank AMREF in partnership with the Hope After Rep for the work done for Kateta Moru Health Center 2. Previously, the staffing level of Kateta Moru Health Center 2 was too low, but due to the hard work of Hope After Rep with the sub-county of Kateta, they worked hand in hand to lobby for another staff, and we were able to get problems on workload because the staffing level was very low. But for now, at least since the staff was brought, the workload problems are no longer there on the side of nursing department. But still on the issue of staffing, we still have a problem on the side of midwifery because the health center renders the services of antenatal and immunization. Still we lack a midwife to render those services, whereby we were on the process of urging Hope After Rep to still help us lobby for another midwife to help us fill that gap. So the request is still pending. They are going to, I don't know. Then another thing, we used to have a problem on community sensitization. As the health center is a health center too, mothers have been coming for deliveries which were not supposed to be done in a health center too, because we don't have a placenta pit, and according to the standards we were not supposed to conduct deliveries. But still they have been coming due to long distances. Due to the help of Hope After Rep, they have been able to help us sensitize the community to understand why they are not supposed to deliver in a health center too. They have made sure that the community understands that there are requirements a health center is supposed to have to render better services, which Kateta Moru Health Center 2 did not have. So far as we talk, there are now few mothers who still come as emergencies, but not compared to the numbers which used to come previously before the sensitization. I also want to thank Hope After Rep for helping Kateta Moru lobby for the renovation of the staff house. The staff house of Kateta Moru Health Center 2 was in a bad condition, but as we talk now, the process is ongoing The engineers have already checked on the house, whereby they are soon starting, I think, by next month, February. The issue of family planning in Kateta Moru Health Center 2, the uptake was too low before due to few family planning methods available in the health center. But with the help of Hope After Rep, they helped us lobby for more methods, and they helped us still to sensitize the community about the benefits of family planning, whereby we were able to get all the methods now we have, except tube ligation for women and vasectomy for men. But those other services of long-term 5 years, 3 years, 3 months, oral contraceptives, male condoms, female condoms, we all have them. And the uptake is now okay. It's faring up, though it is not yet very fine, but it's coming up. So we want to thank Hope After Rep for helping us, because at least few men now are taking up the services. Condom use is now at the maximum, they use condoms, but other services, they are just starting to have interest on it. I still wanted to put a request on the issue of the placenta pit. Despite the district has told us that Health Center 2 does not qualify to have a placenta pit. But according to what we face on the ground, there are mothers who come on second stage that you cannot refer. You have to deliver them. And we end up putting the placentas in the latrine, which is not allowed. So we still request the district, in partnership with AMREF, if they could see a way of giving us a placenta pit, because the Health Center 3, which is supposed to conduct those deliveries, is far away from Kateta Moru Health Center 2. I think it's around 10 kilometers from Kateta Moru Health Center 2, whereby mothers most times end up delivering at home, because they know when they come to Kateta Moru, we refer them to Kateta Health Center 3, which is a very long distance, and it makes them deliver at home. So that's why we are still urging, despite the fact that we don't qualify to have a placenta pit because we are Health Center 2, we still put our request that if there was a way, they could give us a placenta pit, because the Health Center 3 is very far for these mothers. Thank you.
K. Mohammed, Senior Health Inspector in Serere Town Council, but attached to Serere Center 4. And I'm working here as a health inspector, and basically our program is focused on prevention rather than cure. So I'm preventive medicine in the health facility, and our activities that we carry in town council are more preventive. Apparently, that's what I can say for reproduction purposes. Yes. Now, we normally work as a government. We have worker plans and some guiding principle. In the local governments, we have what they call a 5-year development plan, which is actually planned at the beginning of every 5 years. The 5-year development plan that we are having apparently is a second edition of the 5-year development plan. There is a government vision 2040, whereby they want to transform the Ugandan economy from a peasant society to a modern and prosperous country within 30 years. And the 30 years is up to 2040. Now, the government came with the guidelines on the planning, where they say for lower local government, they should be able to develop plans for every 5 years. So we started this other program towards the Vision 2040, 2010-2011 financial year, whereby in 2015 we completed the 5-year development plan. So the second edition is the one we're implementing apparently. Now, you will realize that in the 5-year development plan, the local government works hand in hand with the partners, non-developmental organization. And in town council here, we have been able to work with the Hope After Rev, which is actually being supported by AMREF, Uganda. So they have been supporting several activities, especially at the health facilities and in the communities. But much of the activities that we have been doing with the Hope After Rev are more of software activities, whereby there is community dialogue, community sensitization, and problem identification in the community. And then these activities, when they have been, their problems when they have been identified, they are sharing with stakeholders at different levels. For instance, we have had several meetings at the sub-county level, that's at the county council level, whereby members of the executive, other stakeholders, technical staff are part of those meetings. We have also had meetings at the health facility level, where we identify the problems that affect service delivery, and we try to find solutions towards addressing those problems that affect service delivery. We have also had meetings with the community, where we interact with the communities to identify the underlying problems that affect their health in the community at the community level. And at the end of it, these problems are shared, those community problems are shared between the lower local government, as the council, LCCA council, and the health unit management committee. Those which are the health unit management committee are able to handle, will be handled at that level. Those ones which are not being able to be handled by the community health unit management committee will be referred to the respective LC lower local government. Because Health Center 4, for instance, is not run by Serere Town Council alone. It's a health facility that covers the activities in the health sub-district. And the Serere Health Sub-District has got around 5 lower local governments. That's Serere Town Council, Leo Sub-County, Kateta Sub-County, Kiere Sub-County, and Atira Sub-County. So this health facility serves all those 5 local governments. And therefore, even the health unit management committee, its members are constituted from the 5 sub-counties to constitute a committee. So it's this committee that manages the problems that are identified from the health facilities. And these problems are handled at the health facility, and those ones which they are not able will be referred to either sub-counties or the district, especially those ones that cannot be managed by the sub-counties will be referred to the district. So that's how the local government have been able to work in partnership with the NGOs, specifically Hope After Rev. which actually has been able to identify problems of the health facility. If I'm to give some example of the problems that we have been having at the health facilities, that we have been able to share with the Hope After Help, and they include the following. One, compound maintenance. It was a very big problem, given the fact that the resources that are given to the health facilities are low. But we have been able to share with the Hope After Help to identify which other areas can we lobby to get resources in to facilitate the activities. So one of the problems was in compound maintenance. This one we have been able to mobilize the community. There are some communities like schools, they come to clean up the schools and to clean up the health facility towards improving hygiene and sanitation of the health facility. And they have done that several times. The schools around, including police, have been able to mobilize themselves and carry out activities of maintenance, not only in the health facility, but even the surrounding areas. The other activities that we have also been able to identify was we used to have poor waste management. We did not have a place for final disposal of waste. So, but between the negotiation and the meetings that we had with the Hope After Help, we have been able to put an incinerator which is actually capable of burning refuse, those ones which are combustible within the health facility. Previously, this waste used to be collected and be transported to Kampala for incineration. But with the existence of now our own facility, we can be able to manage our own solely waste without transporting it to Kampala again for incineration. The other problems that we also have been able to at least handle with it was indiscriminate disposal of solid waste still. We did not have specific places where waste could be collected, but we resourced from other partners and they were able to provide us with the litter bins that have been placed in busy places of the health facility. So apparently we have litter bins which are plastic, provided by some NGOs through the lobbying that we have been able to agree with the stakeholders. So we have the litter bins that have actually helped to collect, and finally the waste is collected and disposed to the incinerator where they are burned. The other problem has been the fencing. We used to have several doors to the entrance to the health facilities. They were, to be specific, there are actually 5. But through the meetings, we were able to agree that let some of the gates be closed, to the extent that apparently we only having one gate operating. The other 4 have been permanently closed, so that it limits in and out of the movement of the people, which used to be rampant and it could actually lead to theft of property of the health facility. But at least with now that measure of reducing the number of gates and also providing a gate keeper, we actually have now. Before we did not have a person, security person to manage the gate, but the health facility has been able to recruit a person locally, whom they pay locally, and is the one managing now the gate. So the entry of people in and out is actually being managed now. And that has also come as a result of partnership with the Hope After Help to identify solutions to the problems that have been existing. There have been several problems, including a number of outgrown trees within the health facilities. And people have been looking at them without taking any measure, to the extent that some of them could fall down and destroy the structures. And as I talk now, with the kitchen at the children's ward, a tree fell on them and destroyed the roof. And the tree was cut down, but the roof has not been worked on. So but what we did now was to try to mobilize some resources locally through the money that the government sends into the health facility. And we have been able to cut some of these outgrown trees and replace them with the young ones. As we talk now, I think we have more than 33 seedlings that have been planted, and they have actually established. So as we are cutting the other one, we're also able to plant. And then the source of money where those releases that the government sends through PHC, we have been able to allocate some funds for environmental improvement. The other areas have been access to the incinerator. The road, the incinerator, like I said, this is a newly constructed facility, so we did not have direct access to the incinerator. But the town council has agreed to take it up to open that road this financial year, so that we should be able to access the incinerator without any difficulty. But all that has been able to achieve through collaboration between the Hope After Rep and the local government, specifically Serere Town Council and the committee of the management committee, Serere Health Center for. The other thing that I have been able is community sensitization. Like I said, Hope After Rep has been able to have meetings at various levels, including community. So we have been able to sensitize community on issues related to HIV, reproductive health, nutrition, and control of diseases like TB and malaria. All this, the facilitation has been coming from ideally Hope After Rep, which of course I know is also being supported by Uganda. So ideally I would say the intervention that Hope After Rep Bureau AMRA has given to the town council, we really appreciate it, because many of the things that we have not been able to address have been addressed. Though not to conclusion, there are still some underlying problems. Like we still have, there is a problem of where electricity, there is a line which is going through the roof of the structure. It was an only line, and we have been appealing to Umeme at least to get a pole rather than having electric lines installed on the roof of one of the buildings. It's actually OPD. It's a ward for male and female, but the electrical wires are actually installed on the roof. There is a connection that they have made. So we have actually made several appeals to the in charge to women to come and change that line, but apparently they have not done it. The other problem that has not been solved is also this one of the gate. The main gate that I was talking about is broken, and apparently it cannot close freely or open freely, so it needs to be worked on. And then the other one also is that we still have few cleaners, sanitary cleaners at the health facility. We are actually having 4 of them, and during rainy season, when there is rain, the growth of vegetation is faster, and therefore the 4 cleaners have been divided in such a way that they are those ones who maintain the compound and they are those ones who clean the wards. So we will find that when it's rainy season, the growth of vegetation, especially grass, is faster than the rate at which it's being cut. So we are not able to maintain it, especially during the rainy season, to maintain the compound short of grass throughout the rainy season. So that's the challenge that we are having. And then also, sometimes we are having problems the patients and attendants. The problem is when they come with the village attitude, and management of waste becomes a problem. There are specific places that have been gazetted for waste management, but because these people keep on coming, you send site this one, tomorrow those ones are going, others come. So you find that the practice of waste management is not properly managed because of new people coming who are not well informed. By the time you inform them, they will also go and another lot comes in. So you find that the problem is recurrent, which requires attention throughout, and yet we have few staff to manage. So that's where there is another challenge. The other thing that I also appreciate from regular meetings that we have, even today I think we are having another meeting which is actually taking place with the Hope Outer Rep. So we have been able to have regular meetings, and through these meetings we have been able to review what has been done and what has not been done, which actually would not be possible if their intervention was not there, because sometimes, you know, the people who are invited into meetings expect a transport refund, and as a local government, we are not able to fund some of these other meetings. So, but because through Hope Outer Rep, we have been able to have these people having transport refund, which actually has encouraged them to become for meetings and be able to discuss issues that actually affect the health in the town council. Generally, that's what I would say about the progress of partnership in relation to the 5-year development plan. Of course, a 5-year development plan is a plan for 5 years, but annually we extract annual work plans from the 5-year development plan, which is of course a government policy. So the activities that we implement are actually in line within the 5-year development plan, because we extract annual work plans from the 5-year development plan. So any partner who comes to support will support us along annual work plans and 5-year development plan. So ideally, I would say that we are on the right track to achieve Vision 2040 as planned by the government of Uganda. Much as we are limited with resources, but we are moving in the right direction. That's what I could say as of now.
Thank you very much. I am Benedetta Cole, and I am also Secretary for Health and Vice Chairperson for Serere District. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the district leadership and the Council of Serere for the enormous work in health that has improved, that has seen our communities, access health services. And in particular, I want to thank Hope Outer Rep in partnership with AMREF that have been at the forefront, moving together with us on issues concerning health, the human resources. They have been there identifying challenges in human resources for health, challenges in infrastructure, and they come up with these challenges to share with the district, and in particular with the Social Services Committee. It is one of the areas that I'm very, very grateful to Hope Outer Rep, because they have been involving the Social Services Committee in all advocacy, dialogue, and this has really brought on board the Committee on Social Services to understand in depth the challenges that are in health department as a district. And we have been able to brainstorm, we have been able to discuss, we've been able to bring on board the stakeholders in health to really appreciate the concerns of the partners, and also to give the partners our proposals and make them understand the challenges. So I really want to say again that
Hope After Rape has been very, very supportive in partnership with AMREF. They have been supportive, they have been able to involve this committee, and it's one of the areas that I would encourage other partners, other stakeholders, that when we bring this committee of social services together in meetings, in dialogues, in advocacy, and also the whole council, it helps us actually understand the reality, the magnitude of the health issues in our district. Infrastructure, Hope After Rape, if I may identify, Serere Health Center 4, they have been able to give us a picture of how the infrastructure looks like, the gaps that are there, the needs, the demands that are there. For example, just at the end of last year, we had issues from Health Center 4 concerning the incinerator, the road that leads to the incinerator that needed to be worked on so that the health workers, the midwives, can go to deposit the waste. And we engaged the engineer, and the engineer is actually ready to work on that road. And now we have engaged the health center in charge and the management to make sure that there is some contribution so that the fuel is available to the engineer, which he says the distance, the path on the walkway is very short, so it wouldn't need much of the fuel, it wouldn't take much of the fuel. So it was all again from Hope After Rape that these issues were actually brought to the eyes of the Committee on Social Services, that we needed a walkway to the incinerator, but the engineer wants that road or that walkway to be passed within, worked within the health center instead of having it outside, so that it is easily accessible and safe for the midwives. Then of course, we also have the issue of the gate, we have the issue of the askari, and of course these all are being worked on, both from the side of the town council. As you're aware, the health center 4 is within the town council. So we are engaging all these managers to come on board so that they do the contributions and make work easy for this infrastructure to be put in place. So really, other health centers, Hope After Rape has been very, very active. You know, they have really involved themselves in moving down to the ground, to these facilities, and they have seen the magnitude. They have come back, given us a feedback, share with us, and of course, populations are growing. You know, our fertility rate in Serere is growing, and these health centers are becoming small. Health center, for example, Kateta Mure Health Center 2, they are becoming small for our populations. So there is a need really for our partners to keep supporting us. Even the human resource is inadequate, whereby we need at least 2 midwives in these health centers. So sometimes you find one midwife who can easily be, you know, broken down because of the what? Because of the workload. So we appreciate all this that Hope After Rape, in partnership with AMREF, have brought to our attention, and we promise to pick them up where we have not yet completely done 100%, but we promise that we will engage all the stakeholders to actually contribute as people of Serere who have the health issues at heart, who have their communities at heart, at the same time also having the health workers really at heart, because they do a lot of work. They do enormous work, even in the midst of the shortages. So this is what I wanted to tell the community of Serere, that Hope After Rep, in partnership with AMREF, have been very, very, very supportive, and we still want them to continue being with us for this coming years, that we work together as a team, and whatever they feel that they want to bring to our attention, we want to welcome it really, really as one team, and let them not feel really shy to share anything with us. As leaders of the district, we want to welcome, so that we are able to engage our offices, CAO's office, the in-charges, DHO's office, so that we all come together as a team to actually solve the problems of inadequacies and get budgets for these health issues, and get plans, work plans for these health centers, so that they receive adequate health services. So I want again to appreciate and welcome Hope After Rep, in partnership with AMREF, that we still need them. We still need their support as leaders, as stakeholders, and that is the only way we can solve and sort out issues that concern health, when we move together, when we have partners in health that really feel they want to give us support in one way or another. And I'm very glad that perhaps it's not only Hope After Rep and in partnership with AMREF, but other partners in health issues have done us enormous work, that we want to appreciate them. And the message is that we need their support. We need them to continue supporting us, whether it is in any message, whether it is in advocacy, whether it is in dialogues. That is very, it gives even our communities that force to keep wakening up the leaders, to keep actually informing the leaders of what is happening in their healthy units, in their health centers. So this is very, very welcoming, and this is what we feel. We want to continue advocacy, dialogues. We will find that we shall be moving in one voice. We shall be moving with the communities. We shall be moving with the partners and with the district leadership. I want to thank you.
My name is Achen Betty. I'm coordinator for Village Champions, Serere. I come from Kobwakol Village, Serere Parish, Serere Sub-County. So, under AMREF, with partnership with Hope After Rep, they have done a lot. As me, the coordinator of Village Championship, we have been sensitizing the community. Basically, as this project came, they talked about health production. So basically on family planning. So we went to the community. We were selected around 15 members each parish, we selected one person. So we were taken to the training, we were trained on family planning, basically. So we went down to the community to sensitize the community about family planning. So we started with the definition of family planning. After defining family planning to the community, we gave them the methods. After the methods of family planning, we went up to benefits of family planning. So in a community, there was good response, especially to women, about family planning. They said that, in fact, during the time of hunger, they were suffering when you have many children. But now, when they have involved themselves to family planning, as the number of children have reduced, so there was good response. And we went even to teach them about male involvement in family planning. In fact, some men accepted to join the what? To join family planning. And we had in the community, we had teamwork. We were working together about family planning. Like we have agreed, let's be in Kiere in such a date. Then next time, all the champions of Kiere will go to Kiere. We select the village, like when we select Obuakol. All the champions will go to Obuakol to sensitize people about what? Family planning. Again, next time we shall agree, let's go to Omagoro like that. So we have to go to Omagoro, Advocate. That's how we manage to work with Hope After Rep. And indeed, the community is very happy. Even the government herself is very happy about what the project is doing. And I would like to thank Hope After Rep for what they have contributed to the communities of Serere and then in Kiere especially. People in Kiere, if you go to the health unit, you'll find there's good response in family planning because the champions have sensitized the community. They have enough knowledge now towards family planning.
Yes, Sadu John, Sub-County Chairperson Kiere, Sub-County. I'm glad to lay out something and to also particularly this project of ours, program of Hope After Rep. You know, Hope After Rep is one of the NGOs who are working in Kiere sub-county, and so far we have worked for some good time. Right now as we talk, it has caused impact to the sub-county as a chairperson. You know, this is what we want. By the time I came and I joined the system of politics, it was not easy for you to have a type of organization, development partner who can talk about people's life, especially productive organization. As we talk right now, people have embraced this program because we started by having various meetings, calling stakeholders, like local councils, the councillors, the station workers, the technical team at the sub-county. Then we have even involved the religious leaders. You know, this is one of the approaches that we lack, especially some time back. But when Hope After Rep came in, we realized that this is a very good approach for you to reach down there in the ground to the community. So as we talk right now, people have embraced these teachings, these sensitization meetings, and the local leaders have really taken it seriously as one of the things that we talk. You know, when we talk about this program of After Rep, it goes down and it brings everybody to it, and when I say so, it means whether you're a learned person or you're not a learned person, an educated person, you find out that you will be there and you will be able to understand what they normally tell you exactly. You know, the impact that I've said that it has cost impact in the sub-county, people have taken it seriously that there is need at least for you to have spacing children and to produce those ones which you can also be able to add, to assist, to help, to manage, because it is one of the challenges that we used to have in Kiere. Because why am I saying so? It is one of the Kiere is one of the sub-counties which are populated. If you, in terms of Serere district, Kiere is one of the leading, and most of the particular areas where we have reached with this program. People have tried to see that I think the best way we can do it, I think it's better to go by what this Hope After Rep is trying to tell us exactly. So that's why I'm saying we have really appreciated and we have really embraced this program, and it has really helped us. Then, you know, Hope After Rep doesn't stop on that in production. It goes beyond by at least encouraging us as a sub-county, the local councils, at least to budget health facilities, for example, like the Pedlar Twins, like to look at the health facilities, how to make the health facilities better, and to improve on other areas. So as we talk right now, for us as a sub-county, we have taken it as a priority to see that we have two health centers, Health Center 2 and Health Center 3. We have 2 health facilities at the sub-county. As we talk right now, we have so far assisted the Health Center 3, provided with a 5 stars pit latrine, drainage, and that is in Kiere Health Center 3. Then so far, as we talk right now, we have already planned to have budgeted for fencing the Health Center 2 of Magoro. And also we are pushing how we can see a way of expanding the OPD of Kiere Health Center 3. So that is one of the things that we have liked with Hope After Rep, because they are on our neck to see that what do you do as leaders, as local leaders. Then at the same time, it has helped us through lobbying and doing other things. The district has also decided to come in and support us once in a while in those areas, especially on health sector. So that's why I'm saying that this project is really, or this organization is really doing a very, very good thing to us, and it has caused impact to our sub-county, and we do still recommend them to continue, because if they continue, then that means we will achieve more. And it is one of the organizations which are commonly, especially to me as a chairperson, visiting me and also interacting with me, especially those people who are leaders, They interact with me on and off, daily, and sometimes they can have time to come and visit us. So those are the things I can say about Hope After Rep, and we still need Hope After Rep to continue being with us. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you for accepting all what I've said. Thank you.
My name is Egari Moses, in charge of Serere Center 3. I want to thank Hope After Rep and Amure for the support they have given to the facility, Serere Center 3. For about 2 years, we have been operating together. They are giving us support, although it is not cash. In reproductive health, we are able to perform, and the performance has increased from where it was. When you go to family planning, before we used to get about 10 mothers per month, but now it has increased to at least 40 average per month. In family planning still, we are not offering all the services, all the methods needed. We have IUD, which we give for 10 years. We have Implanon, we give for 3 years. We have Jadel, we give for 5 years. Then also have condoms. In family planning, there are other challenges we have. We don't have Sayana press. So far, they have not supplied for 3 years. 3 months, yet mothers needed that service. COCs, they have not supplied by national medical stores. Although we use this as emergency pills, but we don't have. Permanent methods, we don't offer those ones. It's always the MO or Serere Center for to do that one. Moon beads, mothers want, but as I talk, even we have not seen how they look like. But yet the mothers need to use it as a family planning method. When you go to deliveries, before we Amurep and Hope After Rep came, we used to deliver an average of 40 mothers per month. But as I talk now, we have reached 90. When you go to antenatal, we used to have an average of 70. But as I talk, we have an average of 300 per month. So the community has been sensitized to mobilize mothers, sensitize them to come early to attend antenatal. Because as I talk now, first antenatal visits, we have over 30 per month. Yet it used to be not even one, but now as I talk, we have about 40 mothers. When you go to deliveries, did I talk about deliveries? Yes. At least we have an average of 90 mothers per month. When you go to the health system management, the health management committee was not in place, but as I talk, the sub-county was able to select mothers from all the parishes that represented, and they monitor the activities of the facility. Each member has been assigned a day of monitoring in the health services in the facility. Then with the health staff, we have been able to conduct meetings per month where we assess our performance every month. So through Hope After Rep and AMREP, they were able to tell us the importance of those meetings, and indeed it has helped us to even sort out the problems within us, the health workers. Thank you very much.
What we have seen is a contribution of the Civil Society Advocacy Working Group that comprises of all civil society organizations that contribute to the health system in Serere district and make a contribution to issues of health in all the various sub-counties. The other group of people that have made a contribution to all the processes that we have seen in this documentary are the sub-county leadership, the district leadership, guidance. We have also got guidance from AMREF and the implementing team of Hope After Rape. We would like to thank everybody who contributed to the achievement of all the processes that we have seen, and we hope that all the processes that we have started will achieve their goals. Thank you.